If you receive a file from your supposed to be professional mastering engineer and the file looks like this, run. As simple as that, run from that guy. Because the file you can see right here is, I would say, truly unprofessional. And this file distorts, and this is on purpose for this specific tutorial. So in this specific video, I'll be showing you how to check if your master is distorting or not, or your mix, or any other sound. But in this case, we'll be focusing on mastering. So the file you see in front of yourself is highly distorting, and we'll be checking that out. However, we have a second file, which is the master I personally did, which doesn't distort at all. These tracks are the same, and this is the track from my client. Now I'll let you listen to the track before mastering, so this is the final mix. Now I have the file that I mastered. And now I have the same file, but with a bit different settings that actually distort. And this is the case I usually see and usually hear when I check on other people's mastering and when I receive some demos to listen. And also I did testing where I paid some of mastering engineers to master the tracks, so I also received a lot of distortion on those files. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to check for any distortion using one specific plugin and also some visuals. The first way to check for distortion, this requires some experience, and this is more of a looking exercise. You can obviously tell when you see the waveform. Not always, but in most cases it works. So for example, in this master I did, so first of all, this is the mix before actually mastering, and I also had clients request under my consideration, so he wanted a loud, wanted a clean master, and also wanted to be very competitive in terms of loudness. So this is the master I made. Before I show you this, I wanted to show you the second version, which actually has a lot of distortion. Now, how you can tell this? By, for example, zooming at the busy part. So we have this part right here, so this is like the busy part. Now if I zoom in here, I can see that something's happening with the peaks themselves. Look at this here. This is purely distortion and artifacts, and this master just doesn't sound as you expect, as you were able to tell in the audio demos. Now if I check the same range, so this is about this range here, and if I zoom in on the file I personally mastered, you can't see the exact same things. As you can see here, we have no distortion, we have basically nothing here. So this sounds super clean. Now this is more of a basic way to check, and you can't really tell if there's surely distortion. This is only to check if there's possible distortion. But now let's jump into how to surely tell if there's distortion or not. So the tool you're going to use can be any gain plugin or any imager as the one I'm going to use, where you can invert one of the channels and where you can mono at the same time. Now this does a magical effect which basically tells you if there's distortion or not. So without losing any time and without actually making this clip any longer than it needed to be, I'll show you how this works. So we have my master version and we have the same version, but again, overdone using clippers, using compressors, so I purposely distorted the second version so you can hear the differences. Now how you do it, you basically click on either invert left or you can invert your right channel. I'll stick with invert right channel, and I'll set this to mono right here. Now I'll be playing the non-distorted version and the distorted version so you can hear what's the difference. I know, the differences were obvious, and depending on the genre, they can be even more obvious. So for example, if you're mastering a track that has a lot of strong 808s, strong kicks, very hard elements, or even maybe rock, maybe some punk tracks, you'll be hearing this much easier. So it's almost impossible to miss out distortion using this specific tool. This doesn't have to be an imager, it can be a gain plugin that can do adjustments that I showed here. So hopefully you like this video. Now it made it much easier for you to check if there's any distortion or whatsoever. Make sure to like, subscribe and share with your friends. See you in another one.